Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Daniels-Ato and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in the US. And I pretty much talk about immigration, life in the US. I do vlogs about myself, my daily living and everything. So I basically do everything on this channel. If you're looking for visa information or immigration information, this is the channel to be. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming again. I really appreciate you. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So today I'll be talking about how to get fundings as an international student or even before you leave Nigeria. So if you're applying to a school, or if you're thinking about applying to school, even if you're already here and you need already in the US and you need a graduate assistantship or any form of funding, come to this channel. This is a channel to be, and stay tuned because class is in section. First of all, before we start, I would like to explain what the graduate assistantship means, also known as GA. So pretty much GA is a program offered by majority of the schools in US, whereby graduate students get to work in the school as an assistant to a professor or a lecturer or something like that, and they get maybe 100% tuition waiver, or so for some schools 50%, for some others 75%. So you get some form of tuition waiver by doing this program, and also you get monthly stipends. And this program is mostly done by a lot of schools for graduate students and PhD students. So generally there are 4 types of graduate assistantship. That's GA. We have the graduate research assistantship, we have the graduate teaching assistantship, and we also have the pre-professional assistantship. Then we have the one that most people know as the normal graduate assistantship, that's the GA. So the graduate research assistantship is the kind of assistantship that basically you'll be conducting research, just like the name goes. You do a lot about research, experiments, and findings and all that. That's specifically for that kind of graduate assistantship. The other one is the teaching assistantship. TA is more like a teacher's job. Basically, you teach students, you mark curriculums, you mark exams, tests, make or review curriculums, and basically do everything like a teacher, but you're pretty much assisting the teacher or the professor or something like that. The pre-professional assistantship is that where whatever assistantship you're doing is streamlined to basically focus on your career or your field of study. You don't go outside your field of study, you don't do anything. It's basically focused on what exactly you're studying. And we also have the last and not the least is the graduate, that's the normal graduate assistantship. That basically you assist the faculty, you do everything, or you don't necessarily have a niche or something. You do whatever the faculty wants you to do or whatever the school wants you to do, depending on the school you're attending and the program you're attending. So one difference with this assistantship is that teaching assistantship is mostly for PhD students. So how do we get this assistantship? That's the question that most people have been asking. You can do this in a few ways. First of all, the GA position or the TA position or whatever position you're applying, it's really competitive because they're offering you a tuition waiver and they're giving you monthly stipends. Almost everybody wants something like that. Number one, do your research. By research, I mean go on the school's website. So I always, when I'm talking about anything immigration, the first thing I always say is research. Research because, I mean, as a student or as a graduate student or even undergrad student, you should literally be researching on everything that you want to do. Go on the school's website, go to their fundings page, or however way your school have it on their website, and you can pretty much see different positions. So for most schools, they usually post their available graduate assistantship programs on their website, so you can be able to see which programs this school offers. If they don't offer anything like that, you could also see that on the website. Or if you don't see that, email the admissions office or email anyone from the school and ask them, does this school offer GA positions or TA positions and everything? And I'm sure they'll be sure to answer you. One good thing about these people is that they're very good with replying emails. They most often than not, they would not just see your email and not reply. They usually reply. So just go on the school's website, look at the kind of GA positions they have, and basically you know what to do from there. The next step is your resume. So once you've gone to the school's website and you see that they offer this particular graduate assistantship program, the next thing to do is tailor your resume to fit that role. By tailor your resume, I mean, okay, you can't see a role saying, okay, you'll be the graduate assistant to the economics department, and your resume is pretty much talking about medicine, or say something like that. Like, there are two different things. Tailor your resume to fit the role you're applying for. There are different kinds of GA positions. Even the regular GA, like you could be a graduate assistant for the economics department, or the faculty of business administration, or the faculty of science, or whatever. Tailor your resume to fit that role, because we're trying to get this assistantship. It's very competitive, again, like I will mention. So you have to do everything you can to make sure that yes, you're in, or to make sure that yes, they look at your resume. After that, you also have to see, so for most schools, the minimum GPA they allow before they even consider you for a graduate assistantship program is 3.0. Other schools could accept lower. I'm not sure about that, but majority of the ones I've seen is 3.0. So you have to like make sure that your GPA fits that description and all. If you're still in school and let's say you're in your final semester or something, you can work hard to, and you're not on a 3.0, you can work hard to make sure that you get it. There are also scenarios or situations where you don't have up to 3.0, but your work experience can vouch for you. Your work experience can show that you know your shit and you know what you're doing. So even if you don't have a 3.0, you can try to get certifications. If you have certifications, that's also great. Try to get certifications and acquire work experience, because you need something to speak for you. After gathering your documents, the next step to do is to, first of all, I would say this comes in twos. The first one I would say is go on LinkedIn, look out for example, you're coming to the University of Illinois. Look on LinkedIn for graduate assistant in University of Illinois, or graduate assistant at the University of Illinois, and you will see a couple of people. Look for the one that's working in the department you're most likely going to enter. Meet them, send a message to them on LinkedIn and say, hey, I'm looking towards applying to the school, or I'm looking towards getting an assistantship program in the school. Can you tell me more about the program? How do you cope? What are things that I need to know in order to apply? Ask them questions, and I'm sure they will respond to you. Even if that one doesn't respond to you, I'm sure so most of the times it's not only one GA they have in the department, they have a couple of other GAs in the department. So you can literally message all of them. Go on LinkedIn. Sometimes people post their job profiles on applications like Facebook or something. So you can easily message them and say, hey, or just tell them that you're thinking of coming to the school and this is what you're doing. The second part would be emailing the professors. So also you can go on the school's website and go to the departments you're planning to enter, and you can see the professors that are in that department. So you can email them, research on the professor, go and check LinkedIn about go and check LinkedIn for information about the professor, and then you can see that, okay, yeah, this professor has written this book, or this professor has done this research or something like that. Read their articles if you have the time, or just skim through or browse through some of the work they've done. Then email them. Email them and tell them that, hi, my name is whatever, whatever, and I read your article about whatever, and I must say that I find it very interesting, whatever. Just talk to them about what they've done and everything, and then tell them that you're interested in, or you're thinking about applying to the school, and you'd like to work under them to learn from them and everything. Message them, like, rub their head, make them feel like, oh yes, I'm something. Of course there's something, but yeah, just like tell them, like, rub their heads. That's what I can see. Rub their heads. And just tell them that you would like to work under them, and you would like to learn more from them and everything. Email them. Like I said, most often than not, they'll respond to you. They usually respond to you, even though your questions may be the silliest questions ever. They'll respond to you and give you an answer. So email the professor. And then emailing them also gives you like maybe one step in the field, because if they like you, or if they sense your positive vibe from the email you got, they want to have you to work under them, because they really need someone that's really efficient, someone that can do the job, someone that really can get the job done. That's what pretty much everyone is looking for. So reach out to people in the faculty, and reach out to professors in the faculty as well. Before I move on, I would like to say, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I will really appreciate your efforts and everything. Thank you so much. The next thing will be to prepare for your interview. Once they've contacted you, start preparing for interviews. Go online and search for interview questions, because I'm sure, because sometimes the country you're in doesn't have the same interview questions or interview process like the US. So go online, search for interview questions, or how to ace interview questions, or how to ace graduate assistantship interviews and everything. Go online. I'm sure you will find resources. Read these things, practice your interview and everything. Have someone interview you. Make sure you're confident in what you're saying, and be ready to let them see that you can literally deliver. Just let them see. Bring your A game. Literally bring your A game to the table when it has to do with the interview. After the interview, the next thing to do is to send a thank you note. Sometimes thank you notes is really helpful sometimes, because it can let the interviewer, the person, know that yes, you found their interview interesting, and you consider them, or you have them in mind. Doing this thing will really be helpful. Afterwards, follow up. So sometimes professors or interviewers can interview you 4 months to 6 months before they intend to employ anybody for the position. Sometimes, I mean, these professors are busy. You can't really blame them. You can just or they can literally interview you and forget that they've even interviewed you after like 2 months or something, because they interviewed you fairly early. So what I would say is, after a month of your interview and not hearing from them, email them, do a follow-up message. Tell them, hi, my name is this and this, and I had an interview with you, and I was wondering whatever. I just want to reiterate that it was a pleasure speaking with you, and I had the opportunity to learn about you and about your work, whatever. Just follow up really helps, because even if they've forgotten about you, sometimes they can remember that, oh yeah, I interviewed this person and he or she was very interested, whatever. So just do your follow-up. Another thing I would like to say is, if you've written a material before, or you've written an article, it's also helpful to send those articles or materials to whomever, so they can view it, like the person interviewing you, or the professor you like to work under. Just send it to them, so they can see a little bit of what you've done, and so they can know that you're a very serious-minded person. yeah, that would help a lot. And I feel like if you follow these steps, you literally will be one step in the door. Before I forget, another thing I'm going to say is your references. So you should make sure that your references are good. Like that should, like, just make sure your references are good. I've been a victim of having a bad reference before. Not necessarily a bad reference, but I can remember when I was applying for my position and everything, and I got a reference to give me referral, and the person wrote the reference for me, and the people in the department called me and said, hey, we've gotten all your references, but I must say that you should look for one more reference, because if we leave it to one of your references, you may not get the job, so look for another reference. And it bothered me because I'm like, okay, what could this person have written and everything? But at the end of the day, I looked for another reference and I got it. So, like, look for someone you trust, someone you know that can vouch for you, and someone you know that can speak good things about you. Apparently, my reference just wrote one line of statements, and that was it. Usually that's not really what they want. They want to see what you've done, how you relate with them and everything. So have a good reference. That would really help you. And also, after even emailing these people in school, you can, if you have a good rapport with them, you can literally ask them that, hey, can you be my reference or something like that, and I'm sure they will be ready to refer you for this position or something. So yeah, pretty much that's all I have for you. If you follow these things, I'm sure that at least you will get one response or one positive response. And I hope this video was able to give you the information that you need and able to help you calm your nerves. Or pretty much, I hope this video has given you a lot of information about how to get fundings as a graduate assistant or a teaching assistant. And please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, tell me how my video went, and tell me what you would like to see or what you would like me to talk about next and everything, and I'll be sure to respond to you. And also share my video. There could be one person in your contact that really needs those information. So yeah, pretty much. Thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you for being here. See you guys in my next video.